Staphylococcus aureus. They are ubiquitous in nature. Ubiquitous in the sense they are widely spread or widely distributed in nature, and they are the common cause of localized suppurative skin lesion. That means in our skin, various parts of our skin, you can see pus containing localized, not spreading type, localized pus containing lesion you can see when this bacteria is infected, and it is an important pathogen in hospital environment, especially because of their ability to develop resistant to some antibiotic like penicillin and some other antibiotic that are commonly used against this pathogen. So, this enhances their importance as a human pathogen, especially in hospital environment. They are first observed in human pyogenic lesion or pus containing lesion by von Recklinghausen in 1871. Again, Pasteur in 1880 obtained liquid culture of this cocci. Sir Alexander Oxton, he was a Scottish surgeon who established the causative role of this bacteria in suppurative lesion. That means he established that this bacteria is responsible for causing localized suppurative lesion. Staphylococci were classified into two groups. First one is Staphylococcus aureus, formerly also called Staphylococcus pyogenes, and the second group is Staphylococcus epidermidis, formerly known as Staphylococcus albus. They show different biochemical characteristics. In case of Staphylococcus aureus, they show positive coagulase test and they are mannitol fermenting and pathogenic. In case of Staphylococcus epidermidis, they are coagulase test negative, mannitol non-fermenting and non-pathogenic also. The genus Staphylococcus is now classified into 32 species and 15 subspecies based on their chemical composition of cell wall, components and other properties. Besides Staphylococcus aureus and Staphylococcus epidermidis, there are some common Staphylococcus species like Staphylococcus hemolyticus and Staphylococcus saprophyticus. They are also common cause of human diseases. There are some species like Staphylococcus hominis, Staphylococcus capitis. They are normal commensal flora of human skin. In addition to this, there are some other species also, and they are parasitic on animals. They are spherical shaped cocci as you can see in the image, and their approximate size is 1 micrometer in diameter, and the typical characteristics of Staphylococcus aureus species is that they are arranged in grape like clusters. So when you observe through microscope, you can easily identify Staphylococcus aureus based on this arrangement. Okay, and they are gram positive, non-motile, non-sporing and non-capsulated also. But young cultures, they produces microscopically visible capsules. Cultural characteristics. Staphylococcus aureus is a non-fastidious bacterium. Non-fastidious in the sense they can easily cultivate by using simple medium and they don't have that much complex nutritional requirement, and they are non-fastidious. Temperature range is 10 to 42 degrees Celsius, but optimum temperature in which they produces maximum growth in the medium, that is 37 degrees Celsius. pH range is 7.4 to 7.6, and they are aerobic and facultative anaerobic in nature. That means in the presence of oxygen they are aerobic, but in the absence of oxygen, by utilizing carbon dioxide they can grow, so they are facultative anaerobic. Then we can study the colony properties when we are cultivating this bacterium on nutrient agar medium. So after 24 hours incubation, you can see large, circular, convex, smooth, shiny, opaque and easily emulsifiable colonies of Staphylococcus aureus. Most strain they produces a golden yellow pigment. You can see in the image. But some produces white or orange or yellow colored pigment. But the pigment is non-diffusible in nature. That means the pigment not spread to the entire medium and it will not change the color of the entire medium. Their pigment production in the medium can be enhanced by incorporating 1% glycerol monoacetate or milk into the nutrient agar medium. If you are cultivating this bacterium on nutrient agar slope, after incubation, they produces typical oil paint appearance. Okay, in McConkey medium, you can see a pink colored medium here, that is McConkey medium. So McConkey medium is commonly used to find out whether our bacterium is lactose fermenting or non-fermenting. In that medium, lactose is incorporated. If the bacterium is lactose fermenting, they produces pink colonies, and non-fermenting bacteria produces pearl yellow colored colonies. Staphylococcus aureus is a lactose fermenting bacterium, so that they formed pink colonies in the medium. We can cultivate this bacterium by using blood agar medium. Blood agar medium is commonly used for cultivation to identify whether our bacterium is hemolytic or non-hemolytic. Hemolytic means they can lyse RBC, non-hemolytic means they cannot lyse RBC. If they lyse RBC, they produces clear zone around their colonies. So this Staphylococcus aureus is hemolytic in nature, especially when incubated under 20 to 25% carbon dioxide. So that you can see in that image, each colonies were surrounded by a halo or clear zone. This is due to the hemolytic properties. When Staphylococcus aureus grown in liquid medium, they show uniform turbidity. For isolating this Staphylococcus aureus species from a mixed culture, we can utilize some selective media. In that selective media, only Staphylococcus aureus were specifically grown. For example, salt milk agar or broth medium and Ludlam's medium.